Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing another process video from 2017. This one is from May. I had a ton of events and pictures and things in May. A lot of them were even on the same day. So if you watch any of the other ones from May, you'll know I'm trying to consolidate my photos as much as possible to try not to just put in like 23 pages from the same month. So here, this is from the food truck festival that we went to. In our city, it happens every May, and it's to raise money for the food pantry in town. Because if you guys didn't know, which I didn't know, in the summer, that is when food pantries don't get as many donations, and they really, really hurt to um, supply things to families in need. So they thought of an idea to have this food truck festival every summer, and the admission goes to the food pantry, which is pretty awesome. So I think this was the fourth year that they've done it, and we have gone every year so far with my with Casey and then my friend Michael. Um, and then this year, a lot of other friends joined us. So in this bottom picture, that's Casey and Michael, and then Lauren and Matt. But we actually had a lot of other good friends there as well. I just didn't have room for all of my pictures, so I'm just kind of laying out my photos and looking for cards with good colors on them. This is going to be one of the brightest colored spreads that I've probably ever made because there's just a lot of fun colors going on at the festival. So you can see here I've stamped Good Friends, Good Food on this piece of vellum, glassine, whatever you want to call it, packaging that from, like a stamp or something that I bought. And I've cut it down to fit on that photo there. And now I'm just kind of moving things around, trying to figure out how to add the color here. The back of this card is from the Guardians of the Galaxy spread, which I'll link below. But I wanted to go ahead and do some journaling on the card, even though I don't want it to be visible. But I figured I might as well use it since it's back there, and I can kind of do some journaling about the festival and the things that we ate and whatever. So again, it's a good way to kind of hide your journaling. I'm also just such a slow journaler. I'm sure you've noticed if you've been watching these. I'm always trying to think really hard about what I want to say in a small space. And then I'm going to do the date with my Heidi Swap date stamp at the bottom of the card, just to have it there. And then I'm going to put it in and cover it up because I don't really want it showing. So I use this Let's Make Plans because it's kind of this pinky red that seems like it will coordinate well with the other colors in the spread. And then you'll see I have another card of that color on the other side as well. I'm using this blue MT skinny washi tape. It comes in like a rainbow pack that I got as a gift. And I'm using that at the bottom because my kimono diagonally across from it is also kind of that color. And I just want to brighten it up a little bit. So now I'm changing to this rainbow card. And I've got this business card from a restaurant that's kind of in the area of the food truck festival, and they had cocktails at the party. So, or at the food truck festival. So I wanted to include their business card, and also this card that you see in the middle was something that they handed out at the gates to tell us that they had cocktails inside of one of the galleries down there, which is super fun because sometimes it's just beer, and I don't really like beer. So it was nice that they had another option. So I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet, but I know that I want to do some stamping because it's been a little while since I've stamped a lot. So I'm getting out my Memento sort of teardrop mini ink pads and also some food stamps from a menu planning set that Kelly Purkey came out with. And I'm using some of those food item stamps. So right now I'm stamping this taco with this sort of orange ink. And I'm just kind of choosing different spots along the way. And then I'm moving on to my next stamp, which I think is pizza. Again, you'll see me rubbing the eraser on there to kind of rough up these new stamps because I haven't used these food ones before. And so I'm just, stamping that pizza with the red sporadically across the little card. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do one or two more, and I end up just doing one. So this one's an ice cream cone, and I choose the green because it's just a little bit brighter, and it's going to go with those trees on the other side of the spread. And so I really like how this turned out. It's not perfect. There are a couple of spots where it's like, a little bit flawed, but I think that it looks pretty cool. I don't stamp with color a lot, so it was fun to kind of play with it. Give yourself permission to play. But I think it's really going to carry some of those colors across. And so now I'm using these little chipboard stickers from an All the Beautiful Messy box. And I really like this avocado because it's kind of got the right colors, being orange and green. I'm using this ice cream clip to put the business card on this card. But sometimes, for some reason, Kelly Purkey's cards are a little bit too big for the pocket, so I had to cut it down there. I'm probably going to do some journaling on that little taco plate, but I didn't have my pen with me that I usually use, so I just decided to skip it. I put down the avocado, and now I'm looking at this card because I really want to include this cocktail menu, and I just want to make sure that it looks good on all sides. So I add this coordinating sort of corally red pink colored card, and then I put the picture of our cocktails on it, and the menu is on the other side, so it just seemed like a good picture to choose to put there. And I'm using that washi tape again to kind of carry that blue across to my kimono. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it look more exciting because it's okay right now, but it's just kind of white and plain looking at the top. So just going back and forth, trying to add some embellishments. These are enamel dots in the shape of a plus sign, and they're from One Canoe Two's new Creekside collection, which I wasn't going to buy right now, but I did because I couldn't help myself. But they actually end up being pretty much the perfect colors for the spread. The green works with the avocado, and I just really like how it looks. So now I'm using this Yes Please stamp, and I've noticed for some reason with Kelly Purkey's cards that when you stamp on them and you hold it down to try to get a really good impression, it kind of peels off some of the color, so then it looks white where you've stamped it. And I tried to stamp it again, but of course that never really works. So now I'm stamping on this old Studio Calico card, and I'm just using the edges, and I'm stamping that Kelly Purkey label stamp that I use a lot, and then I stamp Yes Please again and kind of cut that out because I'm hoping that will cover the spot that I messed up. So I'm not willing to get rid of the card that I've made because of my mistakes. So I'm being very careful, trimming it down bit by bit so that way it is not too small. So I'm just worried that I'm going to mess it up again. And I managed to get it. And then I like very adamantly hold it down as I stick it. And I think this actually looks okay. It's pretty similar to the color of that other plus sign there. And so I'm just adding some washi tape, but it's a little bit too thick, so I cut it in half. And I like the way that looks better, and so I use the other strip on the other side. Now I feel like this view is very boring, so I'm wanting to make it more exciting. So I'm using these are still MT washi tapes, just the skinny rainbow pack, which again was a gift, and I didn't know how much I would use it, but I'm using it a lot right now on the spread, so that's good. I add the lime green to that first card just to make it a little more exciting. And then I'm going to add orange to this card, this side of the menu, just because it's looking really boring. And then I add the lime green as well. And I like the way that this looks a lot more. Again, I don't usually do so much color, but it was just getting really, really boring. And so then I go ahead and add more lime green to the other side because it's now too blue. So I just kind of play around until I'm happy with it. And I really like the way it looks now, so I go ahead and stick it in the page protectors. And I just use the page protector as a guide to punch holes in that card that I'm going to insert in there. So I think this looks really good. I like the way that it turned out. Again, very colorful, but I think it's really fun. Here's some closer ups so you can kind of see how it looks. Let me know how you guys include other pieces of paper that maybe aren't photos in your spreads because I would love some ideas. And let me know if you guys like to stamp in color. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.